Hello again. Okay, in this lesson, we're going to take what we created so far and start turning it into a true CRUD app. So the acronym create, read, and update records. In this lesson, we're going to do the CRD part. So we're going to create a record, see it in the UI, so read it, and then see how our delete button works. And then in the next lesson, we're going to do the update part. So in case you want to change the order of stuff you've already saved or tweak your descriptions, things like that, you'll be able to just click into them and edit them. Okay, so what I already did was, like the other page, connect this page with the residence data listener. And now we're going to create the action to create records. So we'll create a new action group on this page. Let's call it save lesson. And let's go find the first action that we need. So I'll search create. There it is. So data, create record. Pull that in. And then it's very easy to do this from here. I mean, the UX here is just really self-explanatory. So the collection we want is lessons. And now we're going to map fields to something in our UI, something from an element. So let's just go top to bottom. So we'll do order first. We want to bring a value from an element value. And the page where the element is this current page. So let's select that element. We'll go down and get our number input for our order. And it's going to take the value. So it's going to take whatever someone puts in here as the value to map to the order field for that record. So now let's go and do this for the, I guess, 4 more of these records that we need. We'll take our title. And notice here, this is where it's very handy to have the very descriptive element names. Hopefully I won't make a mistake anyway, but it definitely makes it easier to do this. Title, length, we'll get our length input, its value, description. Yep. We'll get our multi-line description input. And finally, we want the video itself. So the embed code, let's get our embed code input. That's it. I'm just going to take a quick look at these to make sure. Embed code goes to embed code, description goes to description. Great, looks great. So the other thing we want to do just to make this a better user experience when we actually save this is what you'll see in essentially any app. We want to clear out those input fields. So there is an action called element set value. So it sets the value of an element, such as a field value from a data collection. All we're doing here is we're going to clear each of those inputs of their content when we click that save button. So I'll do one of these and I'll go through the rest and pick back up where I've done that, so you don't have to see me go through all of these. So the first one I'm doing is that top one, the title input, and we're just going to leave this blank. So it's saying when this is saved, set that input to nothing, so clear it out. And one thing you'll notice here in between the two actions is this don't wait. If I leave it like this, essentially those scripts are going to fire at the same exact time, which is okay in some cases. But here I want to be careful and actually set that to wait, because I want for that data record to be created before I clear this field, just so it knows what the value is entered and it doesn't set a blank value. All right, so now I'm clearing all of my input fields when I save the lesson. So now all we need to do is find our button and connect it to that action. So on click of the save lesson button, run the save lesson action. All right, we're almost there. Let's go into live view. A couple of quick styling updates since the last lesson I did here. I added some padding above and below the heading just to give it a little more space. And then I made the description and order input widths 100% because I don't know if you noticed in the last lesson, they were a little bit shorter than the rest of the input. So that's cleaned up. So let's go ahead and save some lessons. I only have 2 edited so far. I'll probably change these later in their order, but just so we can demonstrate it here, I have uploaded 2 videos to YouTube. And what I want to do is get the embed code from the video. Actually, not directly from the video. You can do that, and that's one thing to note here. If I go to share, I could get the embed code and paste it into our input for the embed code. But what I'm going to do is use this site called embedresponsively.com, which helps take a YouTube link in this case and make it more responsive on a site. So I did that here. You click that, you put in the link, click that, there I am. And we copy and paste this embed code. We go to our admin dashboard and put in our data. I'll make up a number. I didn't see how long. Well, let's use it. 129. Note I'm just hard coding in the lengths for purposes of this course. But that's going to be useful in our course app later. So I'm pasting in my code, and we'll put this as number 1. I click Save Lesson. Beautiful. There it is. And then notice the list row comes with this nice styling. So as I hover over this, you get some transition effect. So let's go ahead and hopefully quickly add this one. On the data collections lesson that hopefully you've already seen. Length is 225, not bad. There's my code. Number 2, save. Awesome. So this is working perfectly. We've got our order, we've got title, length, description, and then the video itself and our delete button. So what I'm gonna do, let's add one more so we can delete it. Let's just call it. We won't put anything in for the code, and we'll put it at 3. Great. There it is. Let's just test that our delete button is working, and we're all set. Awesome. All right. In the next lesson, we'll do the update part. So we'll make these fields editable so we can change them if we want, which is what I'm going to do. All right. See you then.